Hello, I hope you are having a wonderful day. My name is Lolly, and I want to show you how I created this altered paperclip. Now, there is a theme going on here, which you probably don't know, and the theme is recycling. And so I wanted to take recycled or repurposed material and create a altered paperclip out of this. So let me show you what I used. I just went through all my stash and found some colored cardstock. And this is actually a lighter weight paper, but it is 2 1/4 inches by 7 inches. And I had a little scrap of black. I needed some Barely Art glue, a 1.5 inch circle punch, a little heart punch, some rickrack, and this, as you can see, is an old tissue box. So a lot of times I will take these and repurpose them into something else. I need a 3-inch paper clip, whatever you want for your charm. Now, in the mindset of repurposing, I'm also using an old earring as my charm. And let me show you the dies that I'm using. So I did a double here, and it's for LP for Lolly Palooza. And what I used is this set right here. And this is an old Sizzix. It says the little die cutter that makes a big difference. This is the old red, the original Sizzix die cutter. And I actually have this, but you don't have to have this because you can use these just as you would any Biggs dies in your die cutting machine. In other words, just cutting plates, no platforms. So this was originally $169.99 from Hobby Lobby way back when. And then I had bought this at, it was a consignment store that sold creative products, and they sold it for $25. But it's got the entire alphabet here. There's no numbers, just alphabet. You can see they're pretty big, and this is the size of the die. So I used that to cut out my letters. I think I am going to round the corners. This is the corner rounder that's sitting at my desk, so I'm going to use the corner chomper. If you have never used a corner chomper, they're great because you can do chipboard. So I'm going to fold this in half, and you can see there is a unidirectional print on this. So I'm going to put this, what I think, on the front. And I want this to be a right side loading paper clip. So I'm putting the solid bar on the bottom. Putting this here, and I'm going to use my Barely Art to give that a good seal. Okay, so all I need to do is use my 1.5 inch hole punch and punch out my 2 little circles here. I like to turn it over and see where I am punching. Now, this was part of a theme, actually, for September. The theme was recycling and repurposing, and I am behind, as you can see. So I have not been feeling up to par, and that's why I am just now getting this done. You could also make your circles go off the edge of the paper if you want. I'm going to glue just the side here. That's going to be on top of the black. And now I'm going to glue these on. This is a really quick project. And feel free to glue your letters on wonky. I think it gives it a really cute vibe. So I'm turning this one kind of that way. And I did the same thing with a heart. I'm just going to offset that as well. Alrighty, now for the rickrack, I love rickrack, and I like jumbo rickrack. I like all kinds of rickrack. I use Fabri-Tac a lot, but I need to thin mine out because it gets kind of dry after a while. So I am using the multi-grip from Beacon, which also works really well. but I don't use what I call paper glue, or glue that is meant for gluing paper to paper. I'll let that set for a moment. And then while we're looking at that, I want to come in here. What I used to attach these charms is a barrel swivel. This is a size 7, and this is in your fishing tackle box, or, whoops, or you can go to Walmart or wherever. It has a nice sealed loop on this end, which we can thread right over there like that. Start here and move it around. And then this part, all you do is push it in and lift the arm, and now you can add your items. Okay, so I have a pair of needle nose pliers, and I'm going to take the ear loop off and just hang that on there. And let's zoom in here. Now, it's a little tight to squeeze, but you can use your pliers if you need to. Okay, and that is on there, and that is just an earring. Isn't that fun? So yes, I do repurpose my earrings if I no longer am wearing them, or if I just see them in a thrift store and they're fine. And I could still take this and repurpose it for something else if I want, the earring loop. Oh, and I forgot, as far as repurposing, this part here, from here to here, is a pen, part of a pen. So the ink would normally come out of this end. So that is a repurposed pen part. And I will give you a video link down below where I show you making charms out of those little pieces there. This is quick and easy, and I think you're going to love playing with it. Think about that the next time you have a tissue box and you really like the pattern, how you can die cut this or hand cut any shape you want. I'm going to give you a link down below to my entire playlist of altered paper clips, and I'm going to give you a link to our Facebook group, which you can come join if you want to make paper clips. Thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.